Terry, hi, Jim Delapine here. Excuse me, I have a raspy throat today, so forgive me in advance. So I'm going to give you some video suggestions here and tips with regards to this character. And I see that you now have a floor in there, which looks great, a heck of a lot better. Let me see here. The floor is okay. Yeah, okay. Oh, the floor is okay. Great, great. I would suggest the following. All right, first of all, let me see here. So this is on top. Okay. The floor behind. Okay. Um, I'm going to suggest that you scale your character up and have it overlap the text. So if let me just see how far down you come. So from the shadow, I'm going to click on this layer here, the shadow layer all the way down at the bottom. And then, oh wait, I don't want that. I'm sorry, let's say from layer 2, which is the foot, all the way up. I'm going up to the top here, shift clicking. So if I, now what's missing is this. So I shift clicked to select all these layers. Okay. So now at the bottom, I also want the shadow, so I'm going to control click to add that to it. If I hit shift, it would add the kitchen area here. So now I think I caught text though also. Let me see here. Yep. So let me undo that, and I want to get rid of the text. I don't want to scale that, so this is it here. So I'm going to control click on that to deselect it. Okay. All right, now I'm going to hit Control T. Okay. Fonts are missing, but I did not select a font. Oh, yes, I did. So let me control click here, here, and here, and then hit Control T. Well, there's another, let's see, layer 19. Okay. You know what? It doesn't matter. I'm just going to continue. All right, so, okay, all right, now I'm going to scale this up. All right, so clicking on the upper right bounding box, clicking and dragging up, and then as I drag, holding down shift to constrain it, otherwise your proportions will be, distorted. So shift will lock that in, and I'm going to come up to about this point here. Okay? And then I'm going to let go of the shift key, and then hit enter to apply the transformation. Okay? Then I'm going to click over here to this fork, and note that if I have from the drop-down menu here for the auto select, actually I'm sorry, no drop-down menu, but check auto select. So this way, when I click on this, it'll go right to that layer, which is layer 6. So then I'm going to hit Control T, and I'm going to flip this around. All right, and then I'm going to click and drag in the middle up to about here. All right, and then hit enter. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is, let's see, that is layer 6. So I'm going to drag layer 6 above layer 1. Whoops. So the fork is above the torso. All right. Now if I zoom in, I mean, this isn't really going to make that much of a visual difference, but you want it to look like it's sticking out of the steak. So I'm going to bring it to about, I don't know, maybe here, let's say. All right. And then I'm going to select the layer mask. And this isn't really going to make much of a difference visually, like I said, but to have it sticking in there, you want to paint on the layer mask black to mask out that part. And yeah, because the shadow's there, it's just really not going to make that much of a difference, but please do that anyway and understand the concept, okay? All right, so now what we're going to do is have a little bit of fun with this, and this here is, I don't know what this is, a sausage or something. So I'm going to, with the move tool active, I'm going to hold down the Alt key and drag this over here, okay? So that duplicates it. Then I'm going to hit Control T. I will rotate it a little bit. So what I want to do is have it look like the fork is sticking out of there. So I'm going to position it about there, and let's see, the fork is way down here. So that means that if I drag this down below the fork, okay, I'm then going to move this down a little bit further. to about here. Okay? So now what I'm going to do is, let's see, that's above. So the fork is here. So I'm going to control click on the copied layer, this layer here, on the layer mask. So control and then click right here. And that puts a selection around this layer mask here. Okay? So with layer 6 selected though, okay, I'm going to zoom in. It's a little confusing, I know, but I'm going to zoom in, and I didn't do this right. Oh, sorry. Yep. The layer mask, you have to select that. And then I'm going to, I'm sorry, layer 6. Okay? Make sure the layer mask is active. And then I'm going to paint with black on the fork to make it look like it's sticking through. And that really should be in the middle more, but it's okay. Yeah, get it so it's more in the middle. Well, let's see. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. You get the idea. So this way it looks like it's piercing that, okay? And I think you're good to go. You don't have to see the whole name, but what you could do is scale it up, okay? So you could have Flippin' Food, Fred, okay? And I'll leave that for that, okay, for there. So don't forget, what you need to do though is create adjustment layers that are clipping masks, which you did here actually, very good. And you have the channel outlined and, created and renamed. Terrific, great. So I would just ask you to do that and you'll be good, okay? May have a few other changes, but for now, that'll be great. All right? All right, take care.